Hello, everybody. So, as you may know, my agency's been working with the Conservative Party of Canada recently during the election. We managed to generate a 15% increase in Conservative votes for the Mount Royal candidate Neil Oberman, Conservative. And you guys may say, well, how are you going to prove that's because of you? Well, that's what this video is for. So, all the data here is from Elections Canada, straight from their site. I'm going to be showing you guys what our strategy was and how we're able to generate them thousands of undecided voters. So in the previous election, the Conservatives got a little under 10,000 votes, 25% of the vote, and the Liberals won at 59% of the vote. This time around, 20,000 over 20,000 votes. That's over 10,000 votes more than the last election, and they got 40.5% of the vote. They still didn't win, but it was really close. The Liberals had a 51% vote, 25,000 votes, and they only increased their voters by around 2,000, so which was about 7%. And if we look at the other ridings on the West Island, so Mount Royal is kind of on the edge of the West Island, but the other ridings, if you look at the Conservative voters compared to the other election, again, this is from Elections Canada. You can go on the site and check it if you like. Most of them actually decreased in the amount of Conservative voters, and Montreal in general was more of a liberal. They have more liberal voters. So let's take a look here. Lac Saint Louis minus 1,500 Conservative. Pierrefonds minus 214. Dorval increase of 530. Louis Saint Laurent minus 15,000. So they lost half of their Conservative voters. And then there's us, Mount Royal. We increased our votes by 10,000. Okay, and this was done in collaboration with a partner of mine, Trison Film. You can look him up on Facebook. If you look at this infographic here, we gained 10,348 Conservative voters. This was done with Trison Film, Bernardus Agency, and Neil Oberman, the candidate. We put together a beautiful campaign. And this little infographic here just shows how the other ridings in Mount Royal didn't see much of an increase, or actually saw a decrease in voters for Conservative, right? So here's a strategy that we applied, and this campaign was done literally within a few weeks of the election. So first we got our organic content. This is from my page. His page is a bunch more. I managed to generate, just on Instagram, 3,308 views, content with Neil Oberman, content with the mayor of Hampstead, also just content of pedestrians and civilians that were there. This was actually before the debate. Before we went to watch the debate, I was interviewing some people from the Jewish community over in Mount Royal. The paid group, so this was a Montreal Filipino Connection group. There's over 40,000 people in there, and around 10% of them reside in the riding of Mount Royal. And we paid the admin to push our post to the top. So Trison Film was posting there. He's Filipino, so that helped. He's making videos with other Filipinos and with Neil Oberman, the candidate. We managed to turn a lot of voters right there. Finally, I made this interview with the former mayor of Hampstead. It kind of blew up on YouTube at 8K views, and he was going for Neil Oberman, explaining why he had his vote, etc., etc. It's a great interview. I suggest you guys give it a watch. Anyways, in total, group over 20K views, over 3K views on Instagram, and 8K views on YouTube. So we generated, let's say, over 30,000 views for Neil Oberman's campaign within a few weeks. And just look at the data. I mean, the Liberals were not campaigning in the same method as we were. They're using traditional stuff like, yard signs, paid ads. We were also using paid ads, but because they already had someone doing that, we did a different organic strategy. Yeah, we managed to get them a lot of votes, and of course, not all those 10,000 votes, undecided voters were us, but I guarantee you a large chunk of those were, because look at the X factor, look at the variable that was there that changed everything, right? There's nothing different except we came into the picture and changed everything. The independent variable here is the number of votes. Sorry, the dependent variable is the votes. The independent variable is us coming in. That's the only difference, right? So yeah, it was a great campaign. Unfortunately, we didn't get them to win, but it's almost impossible to win, being conservative out here in downtown Montreal, or the West Island is all liberal. So close enough. Within a couple weeks, we got them great results. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.